So I think that the live has begun. And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another webcam live by me. I'm Aditi Ghosh, and this is my YouTube channel, InnerWorldRevealed. And these lives are an effort from my side to connect to you all in person. And before I begin today's session, I would like to know if anyone is around. You just have to let me know if the audio and video is clear, and I hope everything is clear. And good morning to you all. And I am here in India, and let me know which country you are from, and let me know the time at your end. The time right now at my end is 6:30 a.m. and I usually begin my lives around this time on Friday or Saturday. In a month, I'm trying to do one or two lives or something like that. Okay, so today's video log is basically based on a name change based question. And definitely, name change seems to be a very popular topic. And the question is by Kathy Davis. And Kathy, thank you so much for giving me this topic to talk upon, giving me this opportunity, or reminding me to talk upon this topic. And this was definitely some food for thought. And Cassie's question is basically a very obvious one, yet it is something that I have not answered yet. I have not answered this so far. And I'm taking this up today because I think it is one very, very profound question. And the question is, if you were adopted and your name was changed after adoption took place, what name would you use? So I think she means to ask whether you should use the birth name or you should use the modified name upon adoption. At the same time, I guess in another question, she also asked me what name a woman should use after marriage. Should she use her birth name or is it better to change name after marriage? And I think many of you have similar questions of similar nature in your mind. So I'm here to offer you a solution today. And before I get deeper into the topic, let me let you know that this is a very important question because the name that you use is a very important sound in your life. And let me just type a hello and good morning to you all, whoever is around. Okay. And let me begin now. Okay, so now let me come to the main question. And we're going to solve today if you were adopted and if your name was changed after adoption, which name should you use? Should you use your birth name or should you use the name that you had been given after adoption? So that's the question that we're going to talk about primarily today. Sneha says, good morning. Sneha, good morning once again. Thank you for being here. So to begin with, I would like to say that I call this kind of situations, for instance, situations where you are not the one who completely controls the name change criteria, where things happen on its own. For instance, name change after marriage, name change after adoption, name change where the circumstances and everything is not completely in your control, is probably happening on its own, are organic situations. That is what I call them. So these situations are different from the inorganic situations where you yourself are the decision maker, you plan and slowly and steadily you change your name. So these are different situations from that. Judy says, "Good morning." Hello, Judy. Okay. What's okay? The time at your end is 8:04 p.m. Good evening in that case. And welcome to my channel, both of you. Okay, so, and I have seen that a name change is always more effective when it is an organic one. And when it is an organic one, when the situations around you are naturally created for a name change, the changed name assimilates with your character sooner, in contrary to when it is an inorganic one. However, there are also times when people feel at ease. They feel very much at ease with the chosen name and they accept the sound into their subconscious very easily. So, you might have seen, I'm just giving you an example. You might have seen that some pet you own sometimes does not respond to a particular sound that you call that pet by for a very long time, and then suddenly you change the name and you change the sound in some way and suddenly the pet starts responding. So it's something like a choice that the soul makes. We always, yeah, numerology says that the name that was given to us was basically our choice and we have chosen it by responding to it, by accepting it. As a matter of fact, it happened with my son only. I first named him Mahan when he was born. I really liked that name and I named him that and repeatedly called him by that name, but he would never even look at me. He was 1 year old or maybe 2 years old, and we repeatedly tried to make him say his name, but he would really not address himself as Ahan or respond to the name. So then I thought maybe he is in some way rejecting the name. So I then started considering few other names, and one of the names that he immediately responded to was Shreyan. And so then I decided to maybe change his name from Mahan to Shreyan, because I thought that maybe his soul was accepting the other name more. So, in a way, we all accept our names in our childhood after birth by responding to it in some way or the other. So, what I mean to say is if you don't like a particular sound or color or something, don't respond to it, don't see it. It is your choice whether you are letting that vibration enter your soul or not. So, subconsciously, once again, somewhere we accept these things, and any sound, not only your name, any sound which is around you on a regular basis, be it any color or even any picture, anything, any number, all of it. For instance, even if you are going up and down by elevator and you're pressing a particular button, you're happening to press that button every day, even that particular number on the button is going to affect your psyche. So we have to choose wisely what we have to what we can let affect ourselves. So it is going to, any sound that is around us is going to affect us. It is going to affect the people around us who stay with us, because when we have chosen that sound, people close to us would also be using that sound for us repeatedly. So in case your soul is rejecting something, some sound, some color, some picture, you have to make sure that you use that less. Okay, so now the question here is, once you were being adopted, once again, your name was changed, and the birth name is not going to be in use anymore. So the first question that we have to think upon is whether the birth name, when it is not in use, is it going to lose its effect completely, or will it retain its qualities? You know, uh, things fade with time, our memories fade. I remember when I was small, I used to tell my father that I'll never forget him. But after he passed away, I somehow forgot a lot of things about him after a long time. So faces change, people age, memories fade, and therefore anything that you are not seeing on a regular basis, anything that you're not used to, definitely fades quite a bit. But subconsciously, somewhere, it also remains connected to you, it remains connected to your soul. So the birth name is one of the most important sounds in your life because it was connected to the most important event in your life, which was your birth. So the life path number is also one such number. It is a proven fact that in your life, situations will repeat themselves after regular intervals. If you might have noticed, if you look back 9 years from now, you would see that you are right now in some kind of a similar situation. Just reflect back 9 years. So similar situations keep on repeating. Your life path number is basically your first personal year number, and every 9 years it's coming back again. So situations in your life are going to repeat themselves, and you would keep on encountering similar lessons again and again. So the effect of the vibrations that are connected to the most important event of your life, which is your birth, are never going to get diminished ever, even if you change your name or change your birthday. Many people change birthdays also in their birth certificates, but does that mean that the effect of the original birthday is going away? No. However, the new number that they have accepted is also going to work in some way. So some of the qualities will fade. Some of the qualities of the original date of birth, when you change the date of birth to something else in your certificate, is going to fade. Similarly, some of the qualities of your original birth name is going to fade with time, slowly, definitely. And uh, when you're consciously trying to disconnect yourself from your past, your name is basically your personal history, it's your family history. So in case you're consciously making an effort to disconnect, certain things will definitely fade, yet certain core things will also remain. And so the life path number and the birth name number are the most important numbers that will remain connected to us for an entire lifetime, that is connected to the most important event. And such important events, birth is a kind of a transformation from another dimension. We enter into this dimension. So such transformations will repeatedly happen every time we will be encountering the personal year number, which coincides with the life path number. So every time that happens, you have to know that there is some lesson awaiting you. So the life path number we can only get from the birthday, original birthday. Similarly, in the same way, the destiny number, what we call the destiny number, we can only get from the original birth name and nowhere else. Now, let me look at the chat box once. Juliana, I pronounced your name wrong last time. I'm so sorry about it. Good morning. Uh, is Juliana good for an artistic career? What is your full name? I have to know that first. Pooja, your destiny number and core number is 6. Destiny number is 2 and core number is 6. Pooja, we have 5 core numbers and life path, destiny, name. I mean, life path, destiny, soul, personality, and birthday. So, which core number is six? Your name is Pooja Soni, and I will work on corporate world as company secretary. So, my name compatible for your career? Your name is Pooja Soni. Let me see once. Okay. Your name, full name number or destiny number, I don't know whether it's your birth name or not, is six, and your soul number is one. Definitely, six and one are together, they can act as managers very well. You would be able to manage work from people. So I think, and you also have some sense of diplomacy, so you can delicately balance things. And your birthday is also 15. There's another six. For people who are born on the 6th of any month or have six life paths or names or something, should remember that law of attraction is going to work doubly strong for them. Okay. uh, Julianha Matos, but I added H as you mentioned in your last video. From my last video, you have added H. Okay, let me calculate. Giuliananha Mattos. Okay, it's coming to 8. Without the H, it was 9. And okay, so are you wanting to be good with money? That is why you added the H. Juliana, your previous name was reducing to 9. The soul remains the same. The previous name was reducing to 9, which was more of a spiritually driven number. It was more of an idealistic number. Now, probably you're trying to incorporate some handling money skills. So I think you have to observe for some time. However, if your birth name was reducing to 9, 8 is not entirely compatible with 9. You can add the H definitely in your name. However, you have to see that the total of the name is compatible with your birth name also. Compatibility is important. However, if you want, you can use and see how it affects you, right? Uh, Let me get back to the topic right now. So now the question is, if you have a birth name and if you have a modified name which you're using for a very long time, this is the second part of the main question which we were talking about, and which was if you have an adopted name, if you have a birth name, which one should you use? So, first, we discussed how important is the birth name. Would it lose its effect if it is not in use anymore? Now, we are discussing how you should know, how you should evaluate your blueprint in that case. So, you uh, not only use the birth name for the evaluation, you use the combination of the birth name and modified name both. You have to evaluate both because stopping the use of the birth name does not totally diminish the effect of the birth name, and certain things will fade about it. However, the core will still remain. However, the modified name is now going to add a lot of added qualities to you, which also need an evaluation. Now, let's get to the third part of the question, and which is finally, which one should you use? All said and done, which one should you use? And to this, I would say that you must use the stronger name, and make sure, as Juliana's case, the previous name is not compatible with the present name right now. So I think you should use the name which is stronger. Definitely, you should see if there are some missing values and the modified name has more qualities to it. You can go for the modified name, given the fact it is compatible with your original core numbers. Compatibility with the life path and the birth name is very important. So basically, when you change your name, you change yourself, you uh, change a lot of things about your inner self. Sometimes, when your soul number changes, for instance, in Juliana's case, she added an extra H, which is not adding any vowel sound. So the soul number is remaining to be the same. The soul number is not changing. Her inner self is not changing. However, if she continues to use this, the way people perceive her will slowly change. So when you change your name, you change certain things about yourself. If you're adding vowel sounds, you're changing your inner self also to some extent. And if you're happy right now, even if your name is not entirely compatible with your life path, every time we are not looking for complete compatibility. Uh, we do not need to pick up the numbers from the same family for everything. So if you are contented, even if you're not your numbers are not compatible, but you feel contented being who you are, if you're happy with yourself and only going through a temporary period of crisis, I don't think that you should immediately decide upon changing your name. You should wait out, because changing your name is not going to change your personal cycles. You have to go through the things that are coming for you anyways. Changing name is not going to solve all your problems, right? So you don't need to change yourself unless you identify some particular weakness about yourself. Technically speaking, a strong name is something which is usually seen to be compatible with both your life path and destiny, and also has a good variety of numeric values. And it equips you with a lot of qualities. It enables you to efficiently deal with a lot of situations. And this I talked about in the last log as well. So, given the fact that your modified name is compatible with your core numbers and is also stronger than your birth name, you should use the modified name. But if your birth name is stronger and you're happy with it, use the birth name only. So I hope I had been able to answer this part of the question very clearly. And before I move on to the next section, which is if you are getting married, which name should you pick up? Should you change your name after marriage or not? So I'm answering that part. But before that, let me look into the chat box once again. Pooja, thank you. I want to ask you one more question, as I feel strong connection with a man named Himanshu Singh. You're giving all the details. Okay, date of birth is this, and mine is okay. Will it be a good match? Okay, you want to know compatibility. To remember all the numbers, I don't have pen and paper right now. Pooja, welcome. Uh, I would say that you type in the same question in the comment section, right? So, what will happen is I'll sit with the pen and paper, and then I can write down the core numbers. I have to do the compatibility check, and only then I can tell you. Right now, during live, it's a bit of a tedious question. However, I'm going to answer it. You put the same comment in the comment section, right? Okay, Judy. Judy says my date of birth is 24th of September. Always mention the format which you are writing your date of birth in, because if you her birthday is on 24th, that's why I can understand that's the day number. In India, we write the DDMMYYYY format, but in other countries they use different formats. So please always mention what format you're using. Your date of birth is this, and your full birth name is Judy Marie Thurston. Okay. What do you want to know? What is your question, Judy? Akachara is an artist name that adds up to 44, compatible with 5 soul and life path numerology. Mm, 8 is 44 reduces. 44 is a master number. 44 is not much of an artist. 44 is basically somebody who is very technical and very methodical, who is always wanting to see tangible results. That is 44. 44 is not more of an artist. But yes, 44 reduces to 8, and 8 base value definitely is compatible with 5. And the 5 and 8 combo creates a business person, kind of a negotiator, okay? Not an artist. But depends what's the 5. I suddenly went louder. Anyways, depends what the 5 exactly is. What variety of 5? Is it 23, 32? What 5 is it? I have two different artist names depending on what type of music you make. Um, for music, for artistic work, 3 is a very good base value. 3, 6, 9, all these three are creativity numbers. However, to make money, you definitely also need some practicality number, at least like 8 or 4. So you can have these practicality numbers in the letters of your name and see that the total reduces to maybe 3, 6, 9. 5 is also quite yes, 5 is also quite creative. However, it gives more of a verbal creativity and some love for travel. That a different kind of creativity. Music, yes, 7 people are also quite interested in music. So 7 also gives some kind of creative instinct for music. However, 7 does not work too well with popularity. For instance, I presently am a soul 7. I'm more of a loner kind of a person, so I don't go too well with popularity. So I have, okay, that's it. No, master numbers are not strange. Master numbers are basically very powerful. Master numbers contain a lot of potential. Any master number, any repeat value that you consider has a lot of potential, because both the numbers out there, the final base value is also gaining a lot of strength, and the individual digits, because they are repeating, are also gaining a lot of strength. So they are highly dual and highly they have very high potential of doing something big. And 44 definitely, is one of the very strong varieties of 8. It is a very strong business number. However, 44 is not too much of a dual number, because 4 and 8 are the numbers of the same family. 2, 4, 8 are the numbers of the same family. Although 20 to 4 is more of an imaginative varieties of 4 that has the duality, but 44, 8 is all practical, right? Now let me move on to the next section, that is, if the woman gets married and she has an option for a name change, should she change her name or not? To this, once again, I'd like to say that when you change your name, you change something inside you. So, what happens is some memory, some feelings, some core characteristics inside you will fade a bit, while some other characteristics will gain more power slowly. And all in all, you'll be, to some extent, becoming a changed person. Maybe you'll behave like a different person in some ways, for which people will also see you differently. So what this means is, with the name change, your compatibility, the equation between you and your partner, is also going to change quite a bit, because when you're going to be behaving like a little different person, the equation is also going to change. And remember that compatibility and a good communication level are vital for a good marriage. And I have seen so many relationships change after the woman, after marriage, changes her name. So what happens is she changes unknowingly, subconsciously, and the name change after marriage, therefore, needs to be done very, very carefully. And the first thing that you need to see it should improve the communication level and the compatibility between the two partners. Okay, only if so happens, and also if the new name appears to be more compatible with your birth numbers, also like the destiny and life path number, and also if it increases the compatibility between you and your partner and makes the bonding and the equation stronger, only then go for a name change. If name change is a necessity, see that the changed name is changed in a way that it is compatible with your partner. So that is extremely important. Check the compatibility with your loved ones before you check the go for a name change. Do not just jump into something, right? It is a very important decision. And so, once again, going to move on to some of your questions. I guess I have answered Kathy's questions, both of her questions correct, properly, and that's clear. Now, let me move on to the chat box once again. Uh, okay, Akachara. I said right things about the verbal thing. Okay, I'm happy. Judy, I'm just curious about what's happening in my life at this time. Okay, so your birthday was 24th of September. That makes you an attitude 6. And the month of September has not yet come. And so okay, Judy, you are presently going through some kind of a transition. Okay, you are entering a new phase of your life. Now, what phase it is, I have to find out by some more calculation. That will require some more time. However, in short, what I can tell you is you're going through some kind of a transition. There is some confusion, but then very soon you're going to be seeing some direction in life. September onwards, what's going to happen is you have to take a very diplomatic and a very supportive kind of an approach. You have to support people and try not to get into any kind of controversies. Okay, so you have to play a very diplomatic role. In case you see that some controversy is arising, try the uh, act of postponing things. Okay, Sneha, your birthday is on 16th of October 2002. People say what and weird. I don't think, Sneha, you act anything like that. Who are these people? You know, you should stay away from these people. 16th of October means you're born on 16, and 16 definitely gives a very refined intellect. You are definitely not what they say you are, right? And you should stay away from those people. 1610 2002. And Sneha Singh is your name. What is your age? You're born on 2002. Uh, just a minute. See, Sneha, uh, you're born in the month of October. You're very young right now. Okay, your life path is 3, and right now you're very young, and you're personality has not fully evolved. Let it come out. With time it will come out, and you're going to gain a lot of strength, Sneha. And trust me, it's going to be coming out as a very strong personality. You're now very young, and I'm sure by the age of 33 years, you're going to be a completely different person, and you're going to be laughing at these things that you're saying right now. Judy, I had been told that my dog is that your pet is 33, but also have been told it is 6. Okay, date of birth, right? Yes, 33 is a variety of 6. 33 is a very compassionate and a very kind of a 6, very generous variety of 6. And 33 is called the savior's number because it plays the savior to all the people around and creates ideals for people to follow. And 33 is definitely a leader of some kind who would follow a path which would inspire others. So 33 leads by example, by the way the person has led his lifetime. So it's the higher octave of 6. Okay. Uh, Yes, Neha, you're very young to come to such conclusions. Let your personality come out fully. The first pinnacle, if you have been following the pyramid equations, you would know that 27 to 36 years is the time when a person fully matures. Around that time, it takes that much time for the personality to fully develop, right? And only when the personality is fully developed, we would see all these qualities of the numbers coming out. Before that, we see a lot of ones. One is known to be the number of confidence, but a younger one, a person who is one during the childhood, would seem to be very unsure of himself. Similarly, threes are known to be the communicators. However, threes would seem to be having communication problems. So, whatever your life path is, it's not going to come too easy. You will have to keep on cultivating all these qualities. So, Sneha, your life path 3. So, you have to keep on cultivating all these qualities repeatedly. So, you have to cultivate upon your speech. Okay, you are a little withdrawn. You are a 7 birthday, but your life path is 3. So, you have to work upon your speech. And I am, mark my words, your personality is going to come out as a very strong personality. uh, okay, thank you. So I think that will be all for today. And let me remind all of you that if you have enjoyed watching this vlog, please remember to hit the like button before you go. Okay? Don't forget to do that. And support my channel. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to it. Hit the bell icon so that you can keep on getting the updates. And finally, always make sure that you follow your numbers. Be whatever, know your numbers first of all, find out what your numbers are, and then try to be what your numbers are. And only when you will be what your numbers are, you will be able to make the most out of your numbers. Okay, so okay, there is somebody else also, Cosmo Kid. You are a life path 9. Life path 9 is a very compassionate and a humanitarian kind of a person. So life path 9 is all about helping others and helping others reach higher realms of existence. That is what it is. Judy, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, all of you, for supporting this live session. This means a lot to me. And that'll be all for today. See you all. Bye bye.